All right, something I've been wanting to talk about for a minute with all the Batman stuff going around and the Penguin finale and all this other good stuff. I wanted to talk about how Warner Brothers really they don't know what they're doing. Now, granted, Batman is very, 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 very profitable, but so much is the Green Arrow because they're really, when you think about it, there's so much alike. Both trained by the League to some degree. Both have had interactions with Ra's al Ghul. The Triad. They kind of have some similar things going on. But anyway, the Green Arrow has a family too. You got Green Arrow, then you got Batman. You got the Robin, then you got like Arsenal, Speedy. You know what I'm saying? You got Talia al Ghul, who's like the love interest who creates Damian Wayne. Then you got Green Arrow and Canary. But, they get married and things like that. And they're, whatever. I'm like, bro, you could literally have the same thing with the Batman and the Bat family in video games and even in movies with Green Arrow. Like, the only live action we have and the closest we have ever gotten to Green Arrow in live action was the CW. Like, we could have made video games. We could have had this in video games. Then think about it. You could create different suits for the characters. You can have the whole Arrow family. Like, bro, then you got, like, is it White Claw? Tiger Claw? Whatever it is. One of the guys with the claws, one of the villains. You got Triad. You got the... Bro, I can't even... Now, I had this in my head, and I couldn't even think of none of the villains. But, you got Malcolm Merlin. You got Malcolm Merlin. You got a whole bunch of villains. I can't even freaking name them. That would go and coincide for a good video game, honestly, at the end of the day. Like, he's a billionaire. Like, I don't know. I think that Green Arrow is very profitable. Let me just get my thoughts together. It's mad early in the morning. All right, here we go. So you got, like, Prometheus. You got Damien Dark. You got Malcolm Merlin. You got Count Vertigo, the League of Assassins. You know what I'm saying? And you can have them spread it around this city. All these villains everywhere doing different things, and you get different missions, even little side missions. And then you got Speedy, you got Arsenal, you got Green Arrow, you got Canary, you got who else? There's like different Spectre, right? That's John Diggle. That was his name? Or Spartan. Sorry, my bad. His name was Spartan. You get Spartan, whatever the case is. So one of the things I would like to see is these games give us a little bit of an origin. Because I feel like, not a lot of people know about Green Arrow, except for people who are fans of Green Arrow. Okay, people will actually read it. Every superhero, no matter how small they are, has a little cult following, okay? As much as people be like, oh, who cares about that? Believe it or not, Green Lantern, there are people who love the Lantern Corps, that follow the Lantern Corps. It's just, unfortunately, it's just not as popular as the ones that DC and WB push, okay? Because they think they know what we want. Batman. They think we want Batman. And it's not to say that we don't love Batman, but it gets boring. You're milking this boy. Okay? You're milking. The cow is dry by this point. But anyway, I would love to see, now if you watch the CW, we know that Oliver Queen was cheating on Laurel Lance with Sarah Lance on a boat that eventually was sabotaged to basically kill them all off by the mom. And obviously CW changes a lot of things and whatnot, okay? Really would have loved Sarah Lance and Oliver Queen getting back together in the CW, but for whatever reason, they wanted to switch it up and give them Felicity Smoke. I don't know why, when the writers for The Flash gave us the Barry Allen and Iris West love interest and didn't really change it. I mean, yeah, they had them date other people when they were on and off from the beginning, but once they got together, they were together. I like Felicity, but I really would have loved to see Oliver Queen and Sarah Lance. Anyway, I would like to see in the video game, like kind of like a beginning, not a really a play mode or some sort of play mode where you get to play, and then in the comic books, he actually was on an airplane with his mother and his father, and their plane crashes and he dies. He ends up on an island, and so on and so forth. I would like to see that little intro to him. Then we kind of go little time lapse, boom, boom, pow. I think it'd be cool. It would be a good game. It would be a good game. You know what I'm saying? You get to use different types of arrows. I think what they should have is like a mix of the League of Assassins and just regular normal bad guys. It's such a grounded hero that you can do a lot with it. And so I feel like it could just be not copy it, but kind of have like the same thing with the Arkham Knight, where Scarecrow is kind of like the villain, I guess, of the thing, but you also have the other big villains running around the city as well. I think that would be a good, crazy thing. But in Arrow's joint, it's Ra's al Ghul in the League of Assassins as the top dogs and having everybody else boom pow. I think that would be crazy, crazy good. I think Arsenal should die in the game. Oliver brings him back in the Lazarus pit and things like that. Or give him the Mayor Kuru like they did in the CW. Or we can have him drugged out, but I really think that wouldn't be a good way. I think bringing him back from the Lazarus pit for the game continuity would be cool. And then kind of have him have that struggle thingamajiggy going on. I feel like that's just something different outside of what's been done in the comic books and what's been done in the live action CW. But I know I'm the Yap King when it comes to this, but I wanted to get this out. So tell me what y'all think about a Green Arrow video game by WB.